Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Severe Weather Team 9 meteorologist Nathan Judd. Radar looking fairly active this afternoon, but we still have yet to have a severe thunderstorm warning issued here into the tri-state region. But a good illustration of some snow accumulation starting into New Martinsville. Roadways look clear there into New Martinsville, courtesy of Wayside Furniture, but definitely starting those snow accumulations. Another good illustration. At least you got one clear lane, but again, it's starting to get some snow there on the roads as well as on the grass there. Guernsey County I-70 at 77. That's near Cambridge, and there's a live look at the Wheeling Tunnel, courtesy of West Virginia 511. Again, showing that steady snowfall continuing across the valley. Those temperatures are below the freezing mark. This is where they are to stay as we go tomorrow morning. Most of the valley ends up into the upper 20s as we start off the day. And a lot of this precipitation does stay as snow. You can see that it's snow not only into the valley, but as we look back further towards the west. We will eventually try to get some warmer air to filter in aloft. You can see that already starting to occur as we go south of Cincinnati. This is going to try to occur and translate itself further towards the east into areas south into the valley, especially Tyler, Wetzel, Southern Monroe, Southern Noble. We will see this occur as we go early tomorrow morning.
National Weather Service office in Wilmington actually did survey this exact location, confirmed an EF2 tornado in southern Miami County. I'm just northwest of West Milton in southern Miami County. I want to point your attention to this home right here. You can see the top, almost top floor, a lot of damage. There's still some of the roof attached, and the whole top floor is not completely demolished. Likely some of the reasons that they did issue this as given a rating at least of an EF2. If this was an EF3 tornado, that top floor would likely be more demolished, the rest of the roof ripped off. An EF4, you would see this entire home completely wiped off its foundation.
Now, where we currently sit, we still have the very warm air near the surface, but the kicker is when we look aloft, when we look above us. Normally we want very cold air above us, very warm air near the surface. That creates a destabilized atmosphere. That creates those thunderstorms popping up. However, today it's not very cold. In fact, relatively warm air above us. So what that does is cap these thunderstorms developing. You see it in action with the cell developing into eastern Noble, western Monroe, and notice how it really just didn't hold up well at all. In fact, dissipated. So we need better lift. We need the cold front, and yes, it is really firing up those thunderstorms as we look to the west. But again, that cell that was into eastern Noble, western Monroe is dissipating as we speak. But looking towards the west, there's the cold front, a line of severe thunderstorms extending from Michigan down through central Ohio. Look at the slew of storm reports coming in. This is no joke. This is something we want to keep vigilant as these thunderstorms move into the region. The saving grace is the timing coming later into the day. In fact, it's not until about 8, 9 o'clock that these thunderstorms will be closer towards the I-77 corridor, and then about 10, 11 o'clock by the time they reach towards the Panhandle.
Yeah, guys, we are here near the town of Trotwood in Montgomery County. This is where an EF3 tornado was confirmed, and we're starting to see much more serious damage here. And if you take a look beside me, where we start to get that exterior wall actually collapsed in. Likely what had happened with that garage there, the weakest point of the structure where the wind can easily get in, likely got in. That pressure difference between the inside of that garage, the exterior, likely blew that roof off. It is completely gone above the garage, and that wind likely made its way into the attic, blowing all the shingles off, blowing a good portion of the roof off. And when you start to see those exterior walls crumble, a good portion of the roof just completely gone, and you start to get those wind speeds higher towards about 136, 165 miles per hour, right in that EF3 category. And as you can see, just some utter destruction behind me. And area residents say, despite that rating, whatever it would have been, this tornado has completely uprooted their lives.
We lost cable, then we lost power, and heard the noise coming, headed down the hallway and hid in the bathroom.
Residents along Township Road 9 in Miami County experienced wind speeds ranging from 111 to 135 miles per hour. Now, if winds were to extend into an EF3 category with a range of 136 to 165 miles per hour, exterior walls would have likely fallen, the remainder of the roof ripped off. An EF4 with winds ranging from 166 to 200 miles per hour, the entire home would have likely been destroyed, wiped from its foundation. All of this information is used as a template as the National Weather Service conducts their surveys.
What we've been seeing here so far is we've had some complete removal of roofs, which does bring us to an EF2 rating. We're not exactly sure the wind speed yet, but we're going to figure that out. EF3 rating is a more complete destruction of homes. As of yet, we have not quite seen that, although certainly some of these homes are unlivable. They are, in most parts, still standing.
Out of the chaos, one room remained nearly untouched, the room that Terry and his wife took shelter in. All the more important when heeding the warning to seek the lowest level of a sturdy structure in the most interior room away from windows that not only create glass shards, but let outside debris in.
This is where we took refuge, in our bathroom, in the bathtub. If you look, the small items are still sitting exactly where they were.
And with all of this destruction, it's definitely easy to just get defeated, but these residents' spirits have really been up. Recovery has already started. It's starting to pick up a lot of the debris in their yards. In fact, these poles just went up today. And again, you got to remember these tornadoes moved through Monday night. So these electric crews working around the clock, new poles up, electric wires are run. And there's anything I've learned from the residents here in the Miami Valley of the past couple of days, it's that while these tornadoes can take their homes, it'll never take their spirits. For News 9, I'm meteorologist Nathan Shutt.